Hi everyone, Jürgen here. In this video, I'm gonna take you through the new function of proTize Converter, the SVG support. I'm gonna use Inkscape and Blender to create SVG files. But first I'm gonna connect to the DSP here and check if I have some laser output here on my laser. Yes, so I'm gonna disable the laser first. So next I'm gonna start proTize Converter, and as you can see here, the preview is already enabled to the output device here, my LaserGraph DSP travel. And the important thing here we have to enable is the directory watch. I will just create a new folder here on the desktop. I name it Convert and enable the directory watch, which means that any file that is saved into this directory will be converted and then sent to the DSP, and I will have a direct preview. So for this preview, I will also enable the preview on the DSP here. I will just go into the picture editor, and that will display the output of that frame. And also I will start LG preview and put it on top, so we have the visual output while we are working in Inkscape. So Inkscape is a free program. You can download it from inkscape.org. And what I'm doing here, I will just create a shape and then save it into this directory I created, convert here, that's already selected, and then name it demo. And there it is. You see, that's create another one and save that. So this takes a few seconds. And yeah, well, anytime I do some changes or I want to see what I was doing, I will just save it or use the shortcut Control S. And yeah, that will update the conversion process and show me my frame here on the laser output. So let's also enable the real laser here in the DSP, and then I have real laser output. So change something, press save, and that's it. Yeah, well, that's the workflow for Inkscape. And of course, there are a lot of parameters inside the conversion in proTize Max. You can change, of course, and we can talk for hours about that. But the important thing for the workflow with Inkscape is the directory watch. This makes the workflow much easier than saving a file and dropping it manually onto proTize. Yeah, well, that's it for Inkscape. And now we're gonna switch to Blender. Blender is an open source free 3D program. It can be downloaded from blender.org. If you use Blender for the first time, it's important to enable the SVG exporter, and that is done in the preferences here. Scroll down and then you find it here in the Freestyle SVG exporter. And if you need details on this, just check it out on Blender or check out the documentation of it. So the next thing I will change the output folder for our rendering, and that is done here in the output. So I will choose our convert folder here on the desktop and give this file a name, and I will change the file format of the renderer here to not supported file format in the proTize converter. That is important because Blender is always rendering the picture and the SVG file into the same folder. And if you would save it as a JPEG or PNG or BMP, the proTize converter will then convert both files, right? So, and that is what we don't want. So I will choose Target in this case, which is not supported. And now I will change the frame rate and change the amount of frames for this animation. So I do choose 60, which is and 2 seconds, and I will reduce the resolution for the bitmap, so that makes the rendering a bit quicker. So then enable the freestyle export. Frame is important, and also here this is the thickness of the outline, and this is important. Export strokes and the first vertex, and then I'm gonna add something that will allow us to change the colors. So I will add a modifier, go to material, and then choose the not the line color, I will choose the diffuse color here. So that will enable us to change the color of the outline to with the material. So let's check it out here. Yeah, there it is. So it's plain white here, the cube. So I will rotate this a bit so you see that this is doing something here. So let's put this aside, and then also add, wait, I'm gonna put this on top again so we'll see things while we're working. I will add another object here that is a cylinder, and now we're gonna add a new material, a new color. So let's do it in red, and instead here of freestyle line, this is the thing I figured out is the viewport color, and that will then change also the color of the stroke of the outline in freestyle. So yeah, that's it here for one frame. And now let's create a small animation, quick one here. Let's rotate the cylinder and 360 degrees, something like that. And then also the cube here from the start, frame 1. So let's do this a little bit in more directions. So this is our animation, and let's put the cylinder a bit more in front of the cube. So that's it. And now instead of rendering one frame, I will render the animation, and automatically proTize converter will take the SVG files and render it. So let's go there, and you will see what proTize is doing. That takes a while, of course. Yeah, so let's go into the DSP here and create a small effect. Display the animation, open the animation editor and save that as a demo, and then choose that and change the timing to 2 seconds, because that was based on 30 frames, it was 60 frames, so 2 seconds. Yeah, and as you can see here, this is a smooth, nice animation, and also the frames itself, they look pretty good. Yeah, so I think that's it. That's all I wanted to show you. So yeah, well, enjoy the new SVG conversion in proTize.